Let's see how my voice is doing. Well, it's there. It's not exactly great, but yeah. So I haven't been making these as often recently. Um, I really haven't had much to say. Nothing really has changed. It's just the same sort of stuff going on. I've just been doing more, or doing less, I don't know, less self-investigation. Um, it's like I pretty much, yeah, it's like I've investigated and I've looked at things and I travel places and I've asked questions and the answers I get, I don't know. So I just rely on the fact that all the stuff that doesn't make sense now does not need to make sense. And if it makes sense later, great. And if it never makes sense, well, I was there at the time and I did everything that I knew how to do to the best of my ability. And if it could have been done better, I didn't know how at the time. So I just have to rely on the fact that I did not shy away. I did not run away. I dealt with things as best I know how. And but if things aren't right, then they just aren't right. That's just how it is. And I have felt like wanting to need to just disappear completely and just call it just everything. Just be offline. Just not be anywhere. Just deal with my physical world and not have to maintain any sort of presence or persona or personality in any online place. But the only problem is I like it. I like the writing and I like the video, and I like also having the being the having the exhibitionism that people can look if they want to. I advise against it, but people, if they want to, they can. And I also just don't talk, don't comment, and for the most part, people don't. Which I don't know if they know that that's a rule, but they seem to be. Me, it's because I don't respond, and I also don't invite people. So I don't know. But I'm doing okay. And as far as this is concerned, it came on Tuesday, and the throat was really sore yesterday, and I didn't really want to talk. It hurt to swallow, and it's still just a little tender, and just like. But I did make it up to the annual Volkswagen appointment to have the oil change and tire rotation or whatever it is they do. I don't know. I just like it that the car runs. It's not my car, it's their car. I'm just leasing it, for 3 years. And then at the end of the 3 years, I'll get another one. I like it. It's a good deal. And I have good credit and good standing. And I'm just flabbergasted that, well, not really. I just kind of, I forget to be sometimes. That I can just walk in and they just punch my information and it's all there. I don't have to even talk hardly. And it was just all the records of my entire history. And I didn't have to pay anything. Just it's all part of the service that I pay for it when I signed up. Whenever I sign the lease, and it's just, I don't know, it's just somehow covered. I don't know. But that's nice, and I don't even have to make an appointment. I can just drive up. So it's pretty painless. So, and I guess pretty soon I'll be having to do the property taxes up in Wisconsin, which involves being at the bank and talking through the intercom which is the reason. It's the main thing I don't like, is having to talk through an intercom and try to say what I need to say, and you know, have it be understood. And it's like I just don't understand. It's very uncomfortable, and I don't like it. So it's like the money's there, and I know how to do it, kind of, because I've been doing it for years now. But I just don't like the process. And it's like every year by the 31st of January, I need to pay this money to keep the property going up in Wisconsin. You know, what is it, 20 acres I have? No. I forget how many acres. I think it's like 20 acres. 5 acres, or is it 15 acres? It's 15 or 20. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. It might be 25 acres. I'm not sure. But the house is on 5 acres, and then the parcel is like 10 or 15. I think it's 15 acres total. The 10 acres is just wooded, and the house is on the 5 acres, and the house is just falling apart, you know, completely. It's just a loss, a complete loss. Even though I'm paying a mortgage on it, it is destroyed. The winter is not nice up there, and the roof has been just collapsed. My visit up there, and that was years ago, so I can't imagine it's gotten any better. So that's just a bill waiting on collection, but I'm still paying on it. Oh well. It'll be a drop in the bucket by the end. One of the last things I need to be worrying about is just I just keep up the maintenance, and that's all I need to know. I'll get rid of it one of these days, and that'll be a savings. Oh my gosh. I wouldn't know what to do with all that extra money that I don't have to spend every month, but I've just gotten used to spending, that hemorrhage of finances. And I could actually be investing in a retirement of some kind if I actually wanted to. Excuse me. We're far enough into the video that I can do whatever I want, and I don't have to worry about it. No one ever watches these things. So, speaking of things that people will never watch, and since and because, I noticed that they are writing again in their usual place that I no longer have visibility on. They made it private and then did not grant me access. I was not grandfathered in. So they're writing, and I can't see it. And I've already written about being okay with not seeing it. I need a place to write publicly where I cannot see it. Isn't that funny? That I've made myself notorious enough, or I don't even know. It might be exactly that they need a place to write where I cannot see and be influenced by what they write. Or they like to know that it's not seen, and that whatever I write is just, not influenced by what they're doing. So, you get more of a genuine article or something. I don't know. Or I might just be a last thought, not even in the thought process at all, and just a forgotten about person. Or I could be, quite the unwanted, and of, being a violator, a trespasser, a stranger, somebody who has interfered and interrupted their work, and no longer welcome. And so, if that being the case, it's like, oh, okay, well, I'll just. I mean, I'd like to be invited. I'd like to know more. I'd like to. I was thinking about today. It's like I don't feel involved or informed or included or invited into their world. And so I shouldn't just place myself there. And I think it's like I feel like I've committed some form of crime by having written on things that maybe were not meant to be written on. And even in the writing, I apologized for maybe not knowing when I shouldn't or should. I just see it, it's there, and I have a history of writing on things, so it's like, don't be surprised if I write on things. I like writing on things for them. For me, but for them. Because I don't write on anybody else. I don't write for anybody else. I thought about that, and it's like, I look at other people's work, but I don't write on it. I don't comment on it. They're lucky that way. Let's call it that. I don't know if they feel that they feel. I don't know if they would consider themselves lucky to have gotten my attention. And yeah. So, since I don't know how or what they think about me, I've just decided to just be an unperson. Just go away. And I've said so. So they hopefully, if they read, because it's there, but I'm sure that they miss things, and then they don't understand why all of a sudden I've gone quiet and I don't comment. Maybe, or they've read everything and they're like, good, finally. But I don't know. There's no direction. There's no guidance when I'm doing something wrong, when I'm doing something right. I just have to interpret based on my history of what I think when I see things. It's like when I commented on one thing and they just took down a bunch of their videos. And they put back up a couple other ones. And then I commented on one of those and they just took everything down. And I was like, okay, I didn't know that was... If I had known that was going to be the result, I wouldn't have said anything. But I don't know. I'm not allowed to talk to them, and they don't talk back. They don't write back. So my best guess is that they don't want any conversation. They don't want any communication or dialogue or correspondence or, any sort of collaboration or cooperation. So that kind of leaves me, having the relationship by myself. And that's just insane. But I wonder if maybe I'm probably not. This is where I would just want to go away and just, because if I am just trying to wear them down, that's probably bad. And funny, but bad. So as I left it the last time I had any sort of, direct commentary about it, they know where they can find me. They know how to talk to me. They know what I'm about, and they know what my capabilities are, my strong points, and my weaknesses, my vulnerabilities, and my sensitivities. And but they don't understand my tolerances. And I don't understand theirs either. I don't understand their vulnerabilities. I don't understand them, their history, their sensitivities. I wouldn't claim to. We just don't know each other. I'd like to get to know them. I don't have many people around that I want to get to know. And besides, everybody's already got a whole, everything going for them, as far as I'm concerned. They've got the family, they've got the relationship, or they've got this, or the, So people like me that kind of miss the boat on when you're supposed to be doing all that kind of stuff, and then you just wind up at a later age. It's like, oh, well, okay, well, I'm alone. What to do about that? But I know I'm not the only one. Right now, it's like I found somebody that I think they're alone, kind of like me, and they're not sure what to do, and if they even want to. They might just be enjoying being alone, which I enjoy being alone, but, kind of gets old. And it's like, I'd like to, have experiences and share memories and things like that, have somebody to talk to. It seems like other people seem to enjoy that. And maybe I wouldn't. Who knows? But I haven't had the I don't know. I'm just um, putting a video up because I haven't put a video up in a while, and I wanted to establish and continue a dialogue that was started over a year ago now. And I guess I've decided to continue that dialogue, even if it is a monologue in disguise, which it is. Not a very good disguise either. But it is something, and it is there, and it's a record for whatever reason. So, anyway, I don't really have anything else to say. But they are still doing construction out there, and the smell of cigarette smoke still pours in through the entranceway. So I'm sealing it up with rags. I was thought about using tape, but rags seem to work. And then here in this back bedroom, it's furthest away from where the cigarette smoke is and the noise of them, but it's also closest to the road with the traffic and emergency vehicles that go by on a regular basis. So it's making being sick and dealing with construction and trying to sleep during the day, because I work at night, it's making all that just very interesting. But I know it isn't forever, and I will look back on these times, hopefully, and be like, how the hell did I ever manage? Because I do that with other things too, like my time up in Wisconsin. How the hell did I manage to live like that? It was very interesting. It was a lifetime ago. So, anyway, I should go. I have said enough. And it's been an interesting day. I've been saying that word too much. It's been an enlightening morning. And I guess on that I should probably go. And the other nice thing about these videos is I can also just kind of keep a, like, yep, hair is definitely getting pretty long. So, and I've actually had to look up, like, I don't know how YouTube figured it out, but it started recommending me videos on hair care and for when men grow their hair out, like what to do, and like hair care stuff that it's like I didn't know. It's like I'd never had hair this long before. And they like talk about what to do during the awkward phase and describing what that awkward phase actually is, and like, should you get your hair trimmed while growing it out and stuff like that. Like, I didn't notice so much. I just dealt with it, which is what I'm used to. It's like whatever's going on, I just deal with it. Why not the healthiest thing? But anyway, so this is me. This is what I was doing on this January 20th, 2022. It's a Thursday. Until next time.